Tonight on Game Night, Nikki, Rusty, Lincoln, and myself, Dave, are going to play Kashgar, Merchants of the Silk Road, designed by Gerhard Hecht for 2 to 4 players, published by Grail Games. So, let's spice it up!
Hey, Dave?
Yes!
Will you teach us Kashgar, Merchants of the Silk Road?
Sure.
I think I got that right.
Sure. In Kashgar, Merchants of the Silk Road, we are merchants of the Silk Road.
Really?
And we're trying to get Kashgar.
And
It's all terrible.
well, I'm
Terrible.
somebody said I look like Garth, so we're trying to get Kashgar.
In this game, we have this board over here is just basically tracking our 5 spices: ginger, clove, pepper, star anise, cinnamon. This is gold, even though it looks like
Chicken
cheese
nuggets,
or chicken nuggets. And then these are mules. And we all start at 3. All right? And then we basically have 3 caravans. That's what these columns are called, caravans, okay? And the object of the game is to have the most points when the game is over. All right? 25 points triggers the end of the game. We will play so that everyone has equal turns, and at the end, whoever has the most points wins. Points being indicated by these little numbers in the top corners here. But let's go back to the caravans, because on your turn, you're going to do one of essentially 2 things, all right? You're going to choose one of your caravans, which is to say you're going to pick one of your columns, and you're going to do something with the card in the very front of it, right? We all start with 3 patriarchs in front. We all have the same 3 patriarchs. The back of the patriarchs are matriarchs, but they start on the patriarch side, all right? And then behind these cards, there are 12 starting cards in the game. We have shuffled them and randomly distributed them. So we all have 12 unique cards, 3 unique cards behind our caravan. So I have the only aristocrat, woodsman, and barmaid, and Nikki has the only grocer, Wainwright, and gypsy, etc., etc., etc. All right? So you're going to pick a caravan, and you're going to pick one of the 3. Let's do this one. And then you are going to either do the caravan action on the card, or you're going to do, if it has it, a parting action on the card, which is to say you're going to do an action on the card, or you're going to pass. All right? Regardless of which of those you do, whether you do an action or whether you pass, the card, if you still have it, when you activate it, will move to the back of that caravan, which now allows you on your next turn to access this card in front.
Okay.
All right? All right, so let's talk about the actions. There are 2 different types of actions, as I said. There's the caravan action and the parting action, and they're indicated by the color of the background. The sort of white, tannish color is a caravan action, and this kind of tan, reddish color is the parting action. All right? When you do a caravan action, you do one and only one of them. So you'll see that the patriarch has 2 different choices. All right? Everything in that one, in its own little
Is a choice.
box, is a choice.
Okay.
Cool.
So, we all have the same, patriarchs are all identical. We're going to, in this case, you can draw 2 cards from the standard deck. This is the standard deck. And there are going to be more cards, essentially, that feed the backs of our caravans. And then you're going to choose one of them. And you're going to add that to that caravan, all right? Whenever you add cards to your caravan, they always go all the way in the back.
Okay.
Which is to say, when you use the patriarch to get cards, it goes here first, and then any cards you add go behind it.
Okay.
Or in this case, not any cards, plural, but 1. All right? So, choose one. Whenever you draw cards from the deck, from the standard deck, and you choose, anything that you don't choose goes face up in the discard pile. All right?
Okay.
There are things that allow you to get cards from the discard pile. The discard pile is searchable at any time by any of us. So you can always look through the discard pile if you need to.
Okay.
All right? So that's the one thing you can do with the patriarch. The other thing you can do to the patriarch if you want is you can turn it over to the matriarch side. So one of your actions could be just, I'm going to turn this over. Mm-hmm. And I've taken an action, so it goes all the way in the back of my caravan. All right? And the back of the matriarch is the same on all 3 cards. In this case, the matriarch is turn it over to the patriarch side, search the discard pile,
Okay.
and choose one card without a parting action and place it in the back of the caravan, which is to say, from the discard pile, you cannot take a card that has a parting action on it. All right?
Okay.
It doesn't say in the rules to do this, but consequently, to the best of my knowledge, there's no reason to even keep cards with parting actions in the discard pile. It makes it infinitely easier to search through
Just
them
put them out,
if
yeah.
they're not there.
Okay.
Maybe there are expansion cards that allow you to use that, but to the best of my knowledge, we will not be able to ever do anything with that. So, okay. So that's this. Now, remember when I said you can pass? And passes, you can take a card and you can just put it in the back. All right? The one exception to that rule is you cannot pass on a card that has exclamation points on its name.
Okay.
So you are not allowed to pass the
So
patriarch.
we will do all of these at some point in time.
And you are not allowed to pass on the matriarch. Okay? But if I had the aristocrat up front, I could, instead of using it, pass and move it to the back. All right?
Okay.
And there are reasons I might want to do that. For one thing, the aristocrat action is a parting action. In this case, it's start additional caravan with a new patriarch. The game comes with 13 of these. So if I took that aristocrat action, then I would have a fourth column. As you might suspect, as the name implies, a parting action means that when you use it, it's out of the game. So it's a one-time use. And that means I am losing that one victory point. Which is fine, because you're going to want the actions. Like, Rusty has one that's got 3 points already on it.
Wow.
But the action on that card is...
This says set gold to 5, and then set 3 of the different spices to 2.
So set
my.
means just move it to that number.
Right.
Some things will increase them, +1 or +2. But set means move it to that number. Now, moving stuff to 2 might move you back, depending on where you
Right.
are on the board. But if you've just spent them, that's a fantastic card. But it's also worth 3 points. We're trying to basically get these orders. This is where the points are. There are 3 different types of orders in the game. There are large orders, there are small orders, and there are special orders. All right? The large orders are 4, 5, and 6 points, with them being mostly 4s and 5s. There are, I think, only 2 6s. All right? The small orders are 2s and 3s, I believe, roughly evenly distributed. And the special orders, I think, are 1s, maybe 2s, I don't know. To get an order, you first must have a card that lets you do it. So, for example, right now, I have this card, sorry. Fulfill 1 small order or 1 large order. So, you need a card that allows you to fulfill an order. Note that when I use the Woodsman to do that, that is a parting action. It's gone from the game, and I can never do that again. All right? So you're going to try to find, there are cards in here that allow you to make orders and cards in here which I haven't explained that allow you to make orders, but that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing you need to do is you need to, I don't think we start with any. Some cards have a cost. Rusty has a card with a cost on it. So go ahead and read that. What is that?
This is the Herbalist.
Yeah.
-2 gold. Draw 2 special cards, choose 1, and place it at the back of this caravan.
Right. And I believe when you draw a special card, these are the only ones that go in the discard pile. When you draw special cards, or if you are allowed to draw orders, they go on the bottom of the deck when you're done. So the special cards will go on the bottom of the deck. But that just costs 2 gold to use that power if he wants to use it. Now note, he doesn't have to. He can just increase any one of his spices by 1. So he can just increase by 1 and also keep that card because it's a caravan action and not a parting action.
Okay.
So, the first thing you do is you pay any cost to the card to make an order. The second thing is you check the mules on this side. You must have that many mules. So you must have 5 mules to make this order. You don't have to spend them, you just have to have them. It's a threshold you have to meet. And then, this is the cost to get that order. All right? So, 1 garlic, 3 clove, 2 pepper, 1 star anise, and 2 cinnamon. In this case, you do actually have to decrease your mules by 1. You must spend a mule. So you must have at least 4 mules
Plus
to
1.
make this order. No, you have to just have at least 4. And then when you're done, you could have 3 left over. You can then spend 1. And again, the large orders are points. When you get an order, you just keep it face up in front of you. Everyone is allowed to see how many points you have at all times.
Okay.
And then we take a new one from the deck and we just fill it in. There's always 4 in the center of the table. Okay? As the name implies, a small order is just easier to make and fewer points. The special orders, some are wheat fields and some aren't. In this case, this just cost 3 gold. And this little icon right here is the farmer. In this deck are farmers. Farmers are worth question mark points. They're basically worth 1 point for every wheat field you have.
Okay.
So every wheat field itself is worth 1, and if you have a farmer, you essentially make the wheat fields worth 2.
Okay.
And they only cost 3 gold. And they have no mule threshold. And the farmer card, we'll see when we pull it out, because there's a lot of cards. I don't want to go through them all. We'll just do them as we do them. The farmer cards, the action on the farmer card, or one of the actions on the farmer card is draw the top 2 orders. And if one is a wheat field, you just make it for free. But if it isn't, you've just wasted that action.
Right.
Right? There's I think a second action on a farmer that does something else for you that you might want instead.
Yeah,
but there's like
less
a gamble.
risky. Yeah.
There's a gamble action on that card. The game plays to 25 points. So the minute someone breaks 25, gets 25 or more points, we will finish out that round. Each of these cards I haven't looked at has a number on the bottom. Check your cards. Whoever has the lowest number is the start player. I have 15. Someone probably has 10.
I have 10.
Okay.
I have 5.
Oh, you have 5. Sweet. So Lincoln is the start player. So Nikki, you will get the last turn of the game.
Sweet.
Let's just go over these starting cards just to do them. So since you're going to be the start player, you have the Prophet, right?
Which lets me draw a card from the discard pile, and any of them, and place it in the back of one of my caravans. The City Guard, draw one special card and place it at the back of this caravan. So it's one of these.
Correct.
And then Scribe, set your donkeys or mules to 1, and then you fulfill that order for free. A small order for free.
So you basically get a small order for free.
By spending whatever it costs. It really isn't free when you're setting this to 1, but if it's already to 1, then you use it for that.
Correct, but in this particular case, it would save you from having to spend 2 pepper and 1 cinnamon.
Correct.
And you also don't have to worry about the threshold either.
Right.
And there are some small orders that are worth 3 points.
Right.
They're worth 2 and 3, so this is the smaller of the small orders.
Right.
All right, Rusty, what do you got? Let's just do this first, and then we'll start.
Like I mentioned, I've got the herbalist. The caravan action that's possible is to increase any one of the spices by 1, or the parting action is at a cost of 2 gold, draw 2 special cards, choose one, and place it at the back of this caravan.
Right.
The servant, its parting action is to set the gold to 5 and set any 3 of the spices to 2. And the village beauty, its parting action is all other players must move all of their patriarchs to the front of their caravans.
Yeah.
Then I take another action.
Nice.
Can we just burn that card?
Well, he'll burn it when he uses it.
Yeah.
Because it's only a one-time use, and he doesn't have to use it.
Lincoln draws it back out of them. No.
He can pass it. Now that's,
There you go.
That's not matriarchs, by the way. That's just patriarchs.
Right.
All right. My aristocrat is... I can start another caravan.
Okay.
My woodsman, I said before, I can fulfill a small order or a large order. And by the way, this little thing over here that looks like, oh, do I have to spend this to use the card? All this means is you must pay what's on the card when you use this. It's the only kind of weird iconography in the game that doesn't seem necessary.
Okay.
All right? Or I don't have to do that. It has another use. I can increase all 5 of my spices by 1.
Oh, that's nice.
And again, it's a one-time use, right?
Right.
And then the barmaid, I can increase these by 1, my gold and my mules, or I can draw 4 cards from the standard deck, choose one, and place it in the back. The special deck cards are just slightly better versions of the standard deck cards. There's only 12 of them, and they're good. So you guys that can get those with your cards, that would be my recommendation to you.
Okay.
All right, Nikki.
So my grocer, caravan action, increase my gold by 1. My parting action is I can fulfill 1 order.
Right.
And then on the Wainwright, I've got 2 separate parting actions, and I can either set my donkey to 5 or I can set my gold to 6.
Okay.
And then I got a gypsy, and caravan action is place 1 of your patriarchs at the back of the caravan.
At back of his caravan. So
His.
this is one of the few cards that you can actually mess with a different column. So
Oh, okay.
so if the gypsy's here,
I could move
you
this
can
guy or
move
this guy.
to the back if you wanted
Okay.
to. So that's a nice way of clearing stuff up. And it also allows you to keep the card. But look at the parting action.
Yeah, the parting action is set one of the resources
Yeah.
to 7.
Not gold, one of the spices.
One of the spices.
That little wild indication means just these 5 spices, but not the gold.
Okay.
But yeah, set it just to 7. It's pretty fantastic. Well, again, it's a one-time.
Yeah.
As
Right.
opposed to, though, keeping that. Like, those are the decisions you're going to make.
I think
And these-
sometimes it would be
Yep.
helpful to have this to get a patriarch out of the way to
Yep.
do to be able to do
wanna
one
do
of the cards.
Yep.
Well, you'll see, too, right? Like, what's going to happen is, right now, everything is very manageable, but at some point, they're going to be asymmetrical as far as the number of cards you have in these columns. Sometimes you want to use a parting action, sort of the way you use a
Just to get
chapel
it
in
out.
Dominion, just to sort of burn it out of the
Yeah,
way and
right.
be able to cycle through your column faster. All right. That's pretty much everything. So, Lincoln, it starts with you.
Cool. Basically, it's going to be choose a card. So I'm going to.
Yeah, we all have to do the same
I'll
thing.
do the one that lets me do the order, just because the others aren't really happening yet either. Although the special card's pretty cool. You said get that into your hand, so maybe I'll do that.
Yes, I would do that because you don't even have anything to make any of these orders yet,
So that goes at the back.
right?
Then I take 2 cards and
You're
choose
doing
one
the,
of
you're
them.
doing the top patriarch action, correct?
Right.
Okay, so draw 2 cards from the deck.
Well, the other one's a discard pile too. It's not.
The other one is just flip over.
Yeah, I know.
Draw 2 cards from the deck. Choose one, discard the other, and put it in the back of that column, the one that you used to get that card.
So the one that keeps doing it, yipes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll do that. And what does this do?
Face up, discard.
Okay. That one's pretty great too.
Because we all get to live
fulfill
with
one
discard.
order.
Okay, so the Spice Merchant always gets you an order. It's minus a point.
I know.
But it's fine because, trust me, in the last chunk of this game, you're going to wish you had fill order cards. And the one you got rid of, out of curiosity.
It was increase everything by 1.
Wow! Increase everything by 1. That's exciting.
All right.
I mean, of course, minus gold and donkey, but
Yep.
still pretty awesome.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go with the Herbalist's Caravan with
Yep.
the Patriarch and searching 2 cards.
Yep.
Just because I'd like to get the Herbalist
Yep.
going.
Herbalist.
Herbalist. All right, so similar in nature, Spice Merchant is here as well, and I've got a tailor option minus 1 pepper. Draw 5 cards from the standard deck, choose one and place it at the front of this caravan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That one I think is actually going to go here.
All right.
I
It
like
costs
that.
a pepper, though, right?
It costs 1 pepper.
And allows you to do what again?
That allows me to draw 5 from the standard deck, choose one, and place it at the front of the caravan.
Nice. All right. I am going to do the bottom part. I'm going to turn my patriarch over to the matriarch side. That is my entire turn. Done.
Okay. I'm going to draw the 2.
Yep.
So here we go. Place a card from one of your other caravans at the back. So it's almost like that one.
You'll make one bigger, but you'll make the other one smaller.
Okay. Here's a take that. All other players flip the patriarch or the matriarch cards. The cards remain in the same positions.
So they just go the other side, basically.
The furrier. Draw 3 orders from the deck. Complete all special orders and a maximum of 1 small order for free.
So if you draw 2 special orders and a small order, right, you could do them all. However, it costs 6 gold and a mule to use
Yes.
that card. So you can gamble 6 gold and a mule, but you might get 3 orders out of it.
And I don't know if this, I guess this makes a difference, but it says immediate income is not earned.
Oh, yeah. Nothing has come up yet, but there are some. See where this farmer icon is?
Right.
Some of these orders will have in that space instead, like, gain something. They haven't come up yet, but.
Right.
Okay,
So,
so if I do that,
you
I
wouldn't be able
won't
to
get
gain.
the gain thing.
Right.
Place a card from...
The other
other
difference is that the courtesan card has 2 points on it.
Yes, I'm going to take that.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's 2 points that you'll never lose.
And I did this deck.
So
So
it has to
she
go in the
goes
back
in
of
the
that.
back here,
Yep.
and I'm done.
And you're done.
I'm gonna flip this one,
Okay.
bring the profit forward.
All right. Rusty, you're up.
I think I'm going to try another 2 cards, but I'm going to move it forward in the servant column.
Okie doke.
Let's see what we can get here. The basket maker with the caravan action of +3 to the pepper and +3 to the that's the star anise, or the parting +3 to the donkey, +3 to the gold. Traveling merchant. It's got a gold question mark.
So the slash mark means or. So for each gold you spend, you can either increase your mule by 1 or a spice by 2. But you can mix and match while you do that. So you can spend 3 gold to get, say, 2 mules and a spice up by 2. Or you can get 3 gold to, say, bump your pepper up 4 and your cinnamon up 2. Each time you spend that gold for that action on that card.
Got it.
It's as many gold as you want to get that stuff. That's how that works.
I think I'll actually go with the basket maker. It has no cost on the
Underwater basket weaver.
on the caravan.
All right, I am going to use my parting action for my barmaid. That allows me to draw 4 cards from the deck,
Nice.
and I just choose one and put it in the back. But I'm using this. It's out of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm ideally looking for...
Interesting.
All right, basket maker we know, spice merchant we know, market woman we've seen, maid, it cost me a pepper. For each of my patriarchs, increase gold by 1 and spice by 1. And it has a victory point on it. So I will do that. And these will all go here.
Wonderful.
Done.
Patriarch on this column.
All right, draw 2.
And draw 2. Basket maker and planter. We haven't had that one yet. That is increase gold by 1, ginger by 1.
No, ginger by
I'm sorry.
2, yeah.
It's ginger by 2, clove by 2, and
Pepper by 2.
not pepper. Cinnamon by 2.
But it costs a
And-
pepper.
And then it costs something, right?
Cost a pepper. Not
Okay.
something, a pepper
A black
specifically. Yeah.
pepper. Or increase 3.
Yeah.
I'm doing the basket maker.
Okay.
Done.
Well, the city guard, which is 2, right? I'm dumping it,
Yep.
but for my parting gift, I get to get a special card. So
Draw 1 special card. Boom, what did you get?
I got the warrior. Draw 1 special card and place it at the back of this caravan.
If you drew that near the end of the game, you would get you gained a victory point, right?
Go, Rusty.
I'm going to turn this over to the matriarch.
Okie doke. I am going to use my matriarch. So, turn the matriarch over to the patriarch side, search the discard pile, choose a card without a parting action, place it back at the caravan. First that goes there. And I am going to, I'll just... There's
Basket
nothing,
weaver, that's what you want.
is that the one that moves everything up by 1? Nah, I'm going to take the planner.
What's the planner do
The
again?
planner is spend a pepper and gain a gold, and then 2 of these other 3.
Planter's peanuts.
Yup.
All right. I am doing my Wainwright, and I'm moving the donkey up to 5.
Okay.
And then this goes away.
Parting cards.
Well, I think I'll do the prophet. Which
Okay.
is just, again, this is another one that goes away, right?
Yep. Search the discard pile for the card of your choice. No, you want it to go away. You want to be able to cycle through.
Well, I guess I'll just take the other one I discarded, which was the market woman. She was kind of cool.
She was cool.
Okay, Rusty.
All right. I'm going to use the herbalist. I'm going to spend 2 gold, and I'm going to draw 2 special cards. Choose one and place it at the back of this caravan. That is a parting gift. Wow. I have a boatman who will increase my pepper by 5, or I can spend 4 pepper and set any one of my spices to 9.
Oof.
Or I can fulfill 1 order using the cinnamon man. I think I want something that allows me to start fulfilling orders because I haven't gotten to that.
Yep.
Even though the boatman is amazing,
Goes in the bottom.
Yeah.
goes in the bottom.
These don't go away.
All right.
I didn't say this, but you can't go higher than your board. So your mules can never go over 6, and your spices and gold can never go over 9. I'm going to use this maid. So let's see. Cinnamon goes down by 1. And then for each of my patriarchs, so I have 1, 2, 3. My gold goes up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then this stuff, I'm going to do pepper 1 and pepper 2 and cinnamon 1. Done. End of turn.
Okay. I'm doing an order.
Nice.
So.
Fulfill one order. So you're doing not the top thing. Yep.
Right. I'm doing this one.
So do you have 5?
Surely I do.
Yes, you do. Okay.
And then I go down a ginger.
Yep.
I go down 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Cloves, 2 pepper, 1 star anise, and 2 cinnamon.
Yep. That goes out of the game.
Done.
5 points. New order coming up. It's a large order for 4. It just wants 6 cloves.
Yep, 6 cloves. I'm gonna do the matriarch.
Okay. So you flip it over to the patriarch side. And you go through the thing and you pick out one that doesn't have a parting action on it.
Right. I'm going to take the marker. This is going to be my generate income pile.
Right. So, where's the one you had? The place a card from one of your other caravans back of this caravan.
Yep.
Like, if Lincoln could, if he had that card, he could pull that.
Market woman.
The patriarch. You could pull that out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And just keep that.
To generate income.
Literally just keep that as a 2-card column.
Neat.
So that you could just constantly generate it every time you wanted to, right? That's one of the things you could try, but you don't have that card. Now, there might be other cards that allow you to do that.
Right.
By the time you do that, it might be too late. The game is not long. All right, Rusty.
I mean, we already have 8 points?
Yeah, Nikki's got 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Right.
I think this is probably the time to use it because it's going to be the least damage. It just gets it out of my hand. I am going to play the Village Beauty with a parting shot. So everyone needs to move their patriarchs to the front. Oh, wait. I think that's pretty much everybody as it is now. Oh,
except Lincoln.
Only one.
Yeah, only one. But
he is a disruptor.
He is.
Yeah. Then taking their turn.
And with the matriarch, I am going to search the discard pile.
Okay. So flip it over to the patriarch side.
There we go.
And then whatever you take
goes behind.
And cannot have a parting action on it.
Right. Okay. Wow. I think I will try the Traveling Merchant.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm going to use this patriarch to draw 2 cards. Put one in the back. There's a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
Charlatan.
Ooh.
Increase your gold by 4, but it costs you a clove and debt collector. For each of your fulfilled orders, hey, there's a good one for you. Increase gold by 1 and pepper by 1. Draw 1 special card for each of your fulfilled orders. Oh, I'm going to keep that, see if I can...
Good for me, but not.
I have to get an order, though.
Okay, me, very simple. Moving to the back.
And drawing 2?
And drawing 2. 1, 2. We've got the Market Woman again, and this is a new guy, right?
Cooper.
The Cooper. Set one of the following to 4, and then increase one other by 1. So it's the mule or the gold or the pepper.
That's cool.
It's kind of nice.
One of the 3 to 4, and then the other one bumps up 1.
1 and 1 and 1. And then I've got the Market Woman,
Market
and it's
Woman.
all just 1. So let's dump her and keep the Cooper, and this is the pile I had done that with.
Okay. Well, I will flip this card.
I like to hold on to this card, so I'm just going to essentially pass by putting him to the back.
Yep.
He has no exclamation marks.
So you are allowed to do that. I am going to flip this to the matriarch side. Done.
Okay, I'm doing another patriarch. I'm trying to find, fulfill an order cards here. And I'm not getting any. Are there fulfill order cards?
There
in
are some in the discard pile, so if you were to flip your patriarch to the matriarch side, you could get to one.
Then I have to wait.
That's true.
Ah, another Cooper. Or the planter.
Yep.
I will do the planter this time. And this was the stack.
That's true. You have to make sure you keep track of which stack you're working from.
Yep.
I'm going to fulfill one order.
Nice.
So I'll do it's a small order, so I'll do
Small
this
order
one
for
small
free.
order, yeah.
Nice. Oh, and you have to set your meals to one.
To one, yeah, I know.
New order coming up. A large order.
All right. I am going to flip this over to the matriarch.
Okay. I'm going to planter, so this costs me one of these. I get one of those. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this goes in the back. Done.
Okay. I'm going to use my basket maker and do 3 pepper.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and 3 star anise.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and that one goes to the back.
Yep.
I'll patriarch it over on this side. To a matriarch. Actually, how do we get mules? Do we have to get cards that get
Yeah, I haven't been able to get mules.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to draw 2 from the deck and hopefully it'll give me something I need.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's the Patroness and the Hawker. Hawker's pretty awesome. Fulfill one small order or one special order. For any spices you're missing, you can replace 1 to 1 with gold.
Oh, nice.
But the Patroness, for each card, including Patroness in the caravan, increase either mule +1 or one of the spices +1. So I kind of think I need that. Although the fulfill one special order is pretty awesome. Harumph, I say. Okay, I will do the Patroness. I think I really need. I need some of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yarp.
Yar.
Go Rusty.
All right. Traveling merchant. I will pay 1 gold, the last of my gold, and I will increase my mules by 1.
Yeah, I have that same. I have nothing to increase these. All right, I'm going to do the maid. Down 1. For each of your patriarchs, of which I only have 2, because this one isn't. Increase your gold by 1. So 1, 2. Hope I can use that for something. I mean, I don't have anything to use that for either. And my spice, I'll do that, and I will do this pepper.
Pepper.
Done.
All right, I'm just flipping to the
Matriarch side?
matriarch side.
Yep.
Well, I'll do the matriarch.
Yep. So flip it over.
And it's at the front again immediately.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good deck. It's a good column, though, right? Like, find the Cooper. What's the one that gets you mules?
Cooper gets mules.
If
You can do
if you're worried
4.
about mules, that's good.
You can
Right.
do that to 4, and then one other of either a gold or a pepper
Or
to
you could
1.
do the pepper to 4 and bump the mules up 1, right?
Exactly.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, it needs to go in that stack, but
Well, not necessarily.
and I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if I'm going to have an income stack,
Yeah.
go for it, Rusty.
And I'm actually going to do the same thing with the matriarch. And I'm trying to create, like, possibly an income stack. The market woman will be excellent for me to start getting some of those
Yep.
Goodies.
goodies
Neat
going.
goodies.
Goody,
Goodies,
goody, yum,
necessary
yum.
goodies.
All right. I am going to use my woodsman to fill a small or large order. This is the only one I can do. 3 mules. And it cost me a mule.
Uh-oh.
And 6 of these.
Boom.
But it gets this out. It gets me 4 points, but more importantly, it moves me forward. Hey, there's a special order. So, if you have 3 mules and you spend all 3 of them, you get 3 victory points and 6 gold. Or in my case, no gold.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because you're at the tippy top.
Now, some of them would say set to 6, in which case I would also lose 3 gold. But
Ah, I see.
that's that.
All right, I'm just doing my patriarch action here. And getting 2 cards. Here's a new one, Imposter.
Imposter.
I can either increase gold to 2, or I can increase one of the other things, spices, by 2. Or as a parting action, remove 1 card from this caravan.
Oh, that's nice. Then out another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's the farrier again. which I already forgot what he does. Draw 3 orders from the deck. Okay, complete all special orders. I gotta try the imposter, I think.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So he goes there, and imposter goes up here.
Cool. I guess I'm going to do the patriarch to the matriarch.
Okay.
Go, Rusty.
I'm going to use the patriarch, and I'm going to pull 2 cards. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at this. Animal breeder. I lose a donkey and set gold to 7, or I set donkeys to 4. Or the courtesan, place a card from one of your other caravans to the back of the caravan. All of the players flip the patriarch matriarch cards. The cards remain in the same positions. Now, I like the idea of the animal breeder. Need some income on that.
Hey, I'm going to do the patriarch here. Draw 2. Charlatan. Hey, increase gold by 4.
That's exactly what you need.
Oh, the hawker. Hey, this was the one I need. 1 small order or special order. For any spices you were missing, you can replace 1-to-1 with gold. Boom.
Cooper, why don't you do the cinnamon for me? That's really what I want to increase. Yep. I am going to just move my gypsy here to get my matriarch up.
You're passing, in other words?
passing.
You're not using either of those?
I am not.
Cool.
What's the other thing?
7.
Set something to 7 and then throw that away.
Throw the card away,
okay.
and I don't want to do that.
But what's the main one?
The main one is to place one of your patriarchs at the back of his caravan, so I could pick.
You
Yeah,
could
you can
move
move
this to
something.
here or this to here and move
Right.
stuff.
Right, it's not as effective if it's not up front.
It still moves the imposter 1 turn closer if you did
Right.
it, or
Yeah.
the planter.
I need to be
Yep.
getting fulfill order cards.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do the Cooper. I'm going to set one of the following to 4, which will be gold, and I'll advance. Or no, I'll set this to 4
Yep.
and advance that one.
Nice.
Here.
Go, Rusty.
I will be utilizing the Tailor at a -1 on Pepper, and that allows me to draw 5 cards from the standard deck, and I'll choose one and place it at the front of the caravan. So it's 5. I will draw 5 cards.
Nice.
Wow.
How many do you get to keep?
Only 1, but it goes to the front of that caravan.
Oh,
that's
okay.
nice.
So, let's see. Oh, that might be nice. That's income there with the planter, increasing gold by 1, and 3 other spices by 2 for the cost of 1 pepper. Noblewoman, draw 2 special cards, choose one and place it back to the caravan for 4 gold, or remove a patriarch from one of your caravans. Oh, wow. Spice merchant, animal breeder, market woman. Oh, I have to make a decision here on the planter and the noblewoman.
What do you want to do next for your next turn? That's basically what you're choosing.
Yeah, I'm looking
Since
to
it goes
fulfill
up
an
front.
order also. But I think I am going to take the planter, because that will get me some income on some of that almost immediately for free. For close to free.
All right, deck collector. Draw 1 special card for each of your fulfilled orders. I only have 1, but I'm getting rid of this. So whatever this is goes to the back of my caravan. And it's the Cinnamon Man. Fulfill 1 order.
Such a silly name.
It is a silly
the
name.
Cinnamon Man.
Done.
It's like the Muffin Man.
Do you know him?
I do.
You make us laugh.
Yes, we do. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go through the discard here with my matriarch.
Okie doke.
Now I haven't done her. So
She flips over,
flips
yep.
back over.
Yep.
Okay. And that's a possibility. That's a possibility. All right, one of these 2. Choose 2 special cards. I haven't gotten into the special cards, but I was using this just so I could get a fulfill an order card.
So take a fulfill an order
I'm
card.
taking a fulfill an order
I
card.
think that's the way to go. That was my next move with my matriarch if the special thing didn't work out.
I'm going to matriarch it.
Yep.
Hopefully. It's a big deck now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, anything that's got a parting order you can't take.
Yeah. Not as delicious as I'd hoped. Charlatan's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Clove for gold.
All All right, and the planter is now in play. -1 pepper, and I will gain 1 gold, 2 ginger, 2 cloves, and 2 cinnamon.
Nice.
That will go to the back of that caravan.
Patriarch. Basket maker, noblewoman. Ooh, remove a patriarch from one of your caravans. Is that what I want? That is what I want.
Really? Why would you want to remove a patriarch?
Okay, so let's say I put this here.
Yes.
And I remove this patriarch. This stack becomes Cinnamon Man and Hawker. That's the entire thing.
Yeah.
And each of them says fulfill an order. So
Okay.
this column will always be able to fulfill an order for me. Now, I'm hurting in the mule situation, so it might be moot.
Okay.
But that's my goal. I'm taking
All
that
right.
to see if I can make that happen.
Okay. So, I'm doing the Cooper. So I will increase my gold to 4,
Yep.
and I will increase a mule
Up
by
one.
1.
Okie doke.
Done.
I'm going to flip patriarch to matriarch.
Yep.
Yes, Rusty.
Now, the Cinnamon Man.
Cinnamon Man.
Cinnamon, he allows special orders to be fulfilled as well?
Fill one order.
Any order.
Any order, correct.
So I think I'm going to go after the
This one?
special order. But the large order is available to me. So I think I will. That's 4.
Yep.
And it will cost me 1 ginger, 1 clove, 1 anise, 1, 2, 3, 4 cinnamon, and 1 mule. And that is mine. And he moves to the back.
And we get a new large order. All right, I am going to use my hawker to fulfill either a small order or a special order. If I'm missing any spices, I can replace them with gold. But with 2 mules is the only one I can do, and it's 3 gold. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm not using his ability, but I am getting a thing. That is that. Hey, there's a small order.
Okay, basket maker. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Done.
Woof. It's exciting. She's getting up there.
I'm going to do the market woman.
Okay.
All these by 1.
Yep. That's fun. It's just fun to do.
I will flip the patriarch to the matriarch.
All right. I will matriarch. I need something with mules, please. Can't take that. Can't take that. No mules. 2 victory points. Two victory points it is. Well, that did not work out. All right, 2 victory points for the courtesan, which allows me to place 1 card from one of my other caravans at the back of this one, or cause everyone to flip their patriarch matriarchs.
I have that one too, and it's
Yep.
just kind of clogging up everything.
I only took it for the victory points.
Okay, I am doing the gypsy. So he goes to the back, and I place one of my patriarchs at the back of his caravan. So it'll be this guy.
Look at that.
Market woman.
Yeah, everything goes up by 1 again. That's exciting.
Go Rusty.
Nice.
Go
Traveling
Rusty.
merchant. I will use my last gold to bump up my mules by 1. And that's my turn.
Patriarch. I need stuff. Charlatan we've seen before. Farmer is cost me a gold. I draw 2 orders blind from the deck. If one's a wheat field, then I get it for free.
Nice.
And the farmer is worth 1 victory point for every wheat field, so it's already worth 1 for me. Done.
All right. I want to get that happening, so I'm going to do my patriarch action. 1, 2. Hey, a baker. That's new.
Ooh.
Set any single spice to the same value as another player currently has for the same spice.
Ooh.
And
Should be the clone.
Guild Lord, I don't think we've had that
No,
one
we
yet
have not.
either. Draw 2 orders from the order deck. If possible, fulfill one of them. Well, there's the answer right there.
Nice. And it's a victory point.
Yeah, I did give up 2. I think that's a better card.
Probably. Especially because you just draw 2 blind and you might get lucky.
It might make it work.
Wonder if I can fulfill an order. -6, nope.
You could do this one.
Yeah,
You'd lose 3 donkeys. You'd get
Yeah.
6 gold.
that's hard. Donkeys are like hard to.
I'm sorry, mules.
Yeah.
Correct myself.
Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's not even. I
Huh?
don't get the full benefit.
You just need 1 more of those.
Right. Okay, I'm going to matriarch it. Unfortunately, I didn't want to really go through the discard pile, but...
Yeah, I know. There's not necessarily great stuff in there, although...
Well, after Rusty doing 5 is always a plus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, worst case, matriarch near the end of the game for like victory points is not a bad move, right? That's part of it.
right. I'm going to take the Hawker, which is just a smaller special, but at least it's something.
Yeah.
Figure
Well,
out-
and it allows you to fill stuff with gold, which I think is good.
Yeah.
I will use my animal breeder for 1 donkey to set gold to 7.
Well, I now have 1 fewer point because I'm getting rid of this aristocrat to start a new caravan with this.
Oh.
Done.
Doing the imposter, and I will be doing this action where I take 1 of those and move it to 1, 2. Done.
I'll do the market woman.
Yep.
Gonna get like Scotty in the transporter right
Yep.
Engage thrusters.
Yep.
Patriarch. I am going to draw 2 cards, and we're going to see if I can add anything to this middle column that's not doing much for me right now. Choice of a market woman
Or a market woman.
Which one do you want?
I think I'm taking the market woman. What do you think of that? I
I'm
like
gonna
that choice.
Patriarch as well. Night Watchman or Cooper?
Night Watchman.
Donkeys! I mean mules.
Night Watchman's
Night
new.
Watchman is increase mule 1, gold 1. Or
That's better. It's better than the Cooper.
or
the
set
Cooper
anything
could be
to 5.
resetting stuff back.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the Cooper though is actually kind of cool because it does set 1 to 4, like he's saying.
He's
Yeah.
taking the Cooper.
Even if it means moving 1 down to 4. Besides, all the cool kids have the Coopers.
Oh, okay. I am going to. So she would go in the back, and
Okay.
then whatever I move goes behind her, correct?
You're taking that, yeah. You could take any card from any other column and put it back there.
Including the Patriarch?
Any card, yeah.
Wow.
Choose one of your other cards and just move it.
Go for the Patriarch stack too.
Yeah. Now I need a card to move the planner over to here, and then we'd have a money cycle machine in this caravan.
Well, you could, if you use the basket maker to do this, right, this would go.
Yeah, I don't want to.
And now you'd only have 2 cards in this stack. It's not bad necessarily.
Okay, I'm going to do the Cooper, which just sets the gold to 4, which it's already 4, but I get to move the donkey ahead 1. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
The mule. The mule!
Yep.
Go, Rusty.
All right, I'm going to use the basket maker and the peppers. 1, 2, 3 go up by 3, as does the anise. 1, 2, 3.
Peppers.
Okay, I'm going to gamble. I'm using the farmer. Cost me gold.
Yep, to see if you get a planter.
I'm going to draw 2
Wheat.
orders.
Wheat.
If
Oh, and-
1 is a wheat
Well,
field.
considering how many haven't really come up, I think your chances are good.
Wheat field. Large order.
Do you have to fulfill it immediately?
No, if 1 is a wheat field, I just get it for free.
Oh. Okay, nice.
Done.
All right. Drawing 2 cards. Which, by the way, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Noblewoman and that, who is he again?
Charlotte.
Charlatan. We've seen those before. I have not done any special cards, so I will do the noblewoman.
I'm going to fulfill an order. Hooray! Actually have the mules to do it.
Nice.
Nice.
Which one?
I think this one.
The large order? Okay, cool.
So I take back 2 ginger, 1 clove, 1 pepper, 3, 1, 2, 3, star anise and 2 cinnamons.
Okay. Hey, special order, and you get 6 pepper if you make it.
Wow. All right, Patriarch, 2 cards from the standard deck. Let's see, what do we have here? Farmer and the Imposter, increase gold by 2, or increase a spice by 2, or remove 1 card from this caravan. Ooh, that could be useful to get rid of the Patriarch. Or the Farmer, I already have a Farmer, don't I? Oh, no, I don't. This is what you're using.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm still going to go with the Imposter.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm gonna Cinnamon Man and I'm gonna fulfill an order.
Cinnamon Man and
Yep. Just this one. I have a donkey. It cost me 2 gold. I get 6 pepper, which is really 4. And I get that. And a new one comes up.
Okay, fulfilling an order.
Okay.
Gonna be that this 4-pointer.
Okay.
So I lose a donkey and I lose 6 star anise. 1, 2, 3. Down to 2.
Okay. Large order. All right, Lincoln.
Okay, I will market woman.
Engage.
Yeah, there's slightly different levels now.
Yeah. It's not as fun as when you should have done that whole 5-finger.
Yeah, well, that would have been. I know I wouldn't do it right. I would absolutely move something too.
I am doing the Market Woman myself. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Planter, back 1 here, up 1 there, 2, 2, 2. Done.
Same thing, planter. Down 1,
Gold 1.
2,
Yeah.
2, and 2.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the matriarch. I'm gonna take the baker, which is the one that lets you spend 1 pepper to
Yeah.
increase your.
And it's 2 victory points.
Yeah. Okay, Rusty.
All right, I will take the Traveling Merchant. I'm going to spend 3 gold. 1, 2, 3 to move my donkey up 1 and the cinnamon up 4. 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
And that will...
Traveling Merchant is nice. Made, back 1 here. For each Patriarch, I have 4 of them now. I increase gold by 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then spices 1. I guess I can't even see. Let's just do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done.
Okay. The courtesan. So I'm going to be moving
Okay.
my patriarch to this.
Wow. That's an crazy, insane.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you just want to do these for the rest of the game.
Kind of.
It's kind of cool.
I'm gonna patriarch. And I do 2. Let's do the hawker. Although he's worth, well, I don't have any fields, so I'm not going to be getting him.
I will take a tailor, down 1 pepper, and draw 5 from the standard deck. Let's add some more to that discard pile, shall we?
Okay.
Something interesting. Tailor comes back here. Patroness. Mule handler, setting the mule to 3 or increasing the mule by 2. Fulfill an order, or the Cooper. Set one of the following to 4 and then increase one of the others. Let us put the mule handler. That gets me.
Does it go up front?
It does.
Oh, yeah, that's what that one
because
card
with
does.
the
Yeah, it's
tailor.
awesome.
All right. Flipping this over to the matriarch side. Done.
Okay. Gypsy.
Okay.
I will move this patriarch here to the back.
Well, I'll do the hawker. I
Okay.
get to do either a small order or a special order. So I will do this one. Everything goes, all those 4 go down by 1.
Okay.
Oops, wrong one. There we go.
Wheatfield.
My turn. I will be using the mule handler I just acquired and increasing my mules by 2.
Noblewoman. Using the parting action to get rid of a patriarch from one of my caravans.
Oh,
I'm gonna get rid
really?
of this one. These both go. End of turn.
Okay, I am going to draw 2 orders from the order deck. If possible, fulfill one of them.
Here we go. Can you do that one? You sure can
Yes,
if you
I
want to.
can.
Can you do that one?
Well,
You can do them both.
and they're both 2 points.
So
One
which
of
do
them
you want to
gets
lose?
rid of a mule, though.
Oh, that's true.
I'll do that one. Because I have ways of getting mules, so this
Okay.
is kind of the cheapest for me.
So that costs.
1, 2, 1, 1.
Okie doke.
Then he goes to the back.
I'm going to do the charlatan. He's selling just clove for a lot of gold. I don't know what he's doing. He's working. 1. Okay.
I am actually going to pass on the planter because I want that pepper still in my collection.
Oh, you need it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to hawk it up, which allows me to fill a small or a special order. And once again, not using his 1-for-1 power, I'll take that for 3 gold. 1, 2, 3.
You're using gold instead of gold.
And a new order comes out.
I think I'm doing the special order, which is this one. I need 3 mules. I got it. I get rid of 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I gain 6, or I
6.
move up to 6.
You gain 6, so in this case, you just max out.
Max out. And there's 3 more points. And he goes back here.
Warriors going to the back. Rest of your turn.
I'm going to use the cinnamon man to fulfill an order. That should be fulfillable. 4 and 6, just barely. And I lose all 3 of the donkeys. 1, 2, 3. And all of the peppers and all of the cinnamon.
All right. Cinnamon Man to fill an order. I'll do that for 3 gold. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Cooper. Mule back up to 4. And then one of my other things, clearly just this one, goes up 1.
And patriarch. So. Gray Eminence. He's search the discard pile, take 1 card from it of your choice, and place it back at the back of this caravan. And then the other one is draw 1 special card and put it back in this caravan. And then the planter, I'll just take the Gray Eminence as a point, and maybe I could convert it to some more points. Go ahead, Rusty.
All right, I will matriarch here and flip to matriarch.
Yeah.
And that will be my turn.
Cooper, I guess. So this goes to 4, and my gold will go up 1. Done.
Okay, flipping to the matriarch side.
Okay, I'm going to do the patroness.
Okay.
And then I will spend a gold to bump up. What would I need? I don't even know if there's anything that's crazy necessary on the board.
Does any of this get you points at the end of the game?
Nope.
Okay. That would be really
Well-
I guess since I'm spending pepper and...
Do you have an order? Do you have an order card coming up?
Yeah, it's next
Okay.
time.
Well, if you bump this up, you could pick this up, right, for 4 points.
Sure.
And Rusty can't do it.
Okay.
I have the spice, but I don't have the card, so I can't do it.
Okay.
I will increase my pepper by 2 using my imposter.
That's impossible. There's a charlatan and an imposter. Charlaposter.
All right. I'm doing the farmer gamble. for gold.
Go find some wheat.
Nope. And nope.
Okay.
Womp womp. However, let's do
Scoring?
Yeah.
Where are we?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 18.
Okay. That's nice for you.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14.
Okay.
4 and 3 is 7, plus 11 is 18.
Okay. Nikki, it's your turn.
All right, I'm doing the noblewoman, so I'm going to draw 2 special cards. Choose one, put the other one. Or I guess it goes away.
4 gold.
That's fine. I've got
Okey-doke.
it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't. Oh, well, that's pretty easy to choose.
They're both the same.
They're both cupbearers.
All right.
Oh.
Well, give me one back then and just read the other
Remove
one.
one card from one of your caravans, and that's the reusable action.
Oh, wow.
Or remove up to 2 cards from your caravans.
Meaning any 2 you want.
Okay?
And you would also ditch the cupbearer.
Right. For the that.
Yep.
Remove 1 card from your, and it's only one point, so that didn't pay off the way I had hoped.
Nope. You did get a point, though.
Okay.
Look at that insane column.
I know. I might need to use this action.
Well, you're
thing
never going to
rid
get to
of
it. The game will be
some
over
of
by the
these-
time you get
No.
to this.
I'm gonna do the
You need to start focusing on
Spice
these.
Merchant,
Okay.
which lets me fulfill an order, and I'll do the 1, which takes back by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And
What else
one-
does it cost?
one mule.
One mule? Okay.
Yep, for 4 points. Nice.
Market woman. That's what I had in mind. Increase 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. And that is my turn. Thank you.
Thank you. Doodle-doodle-doot-doot. Matriarch. I will take this farmer. Done.
Okay, planter. I spend 1, and I gain a gold, 2 ginger, 2, 2.
I don't really know what I should do. I think I need to try to just move my orders again. I'm going to do the market woman. Just increase my stuff in case something good comes up.
I'm going to do the matriarch. I'm going to take a quick scan through here. Oh, let's set another noblewoman.
Okay.
Patron. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Hey, minus a point whether I like it or not.
Such a difficult decision. Okay, basket maker. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm going to market woman again. Go, Rusty.
Traveling merchant, I will spend 1, 2, 3
Yipes.
for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
Nice.
And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to spend the last one for another mule and clear that out.
All right. I'm going to try this again. Charlatan noblewoman. I'm done.
All right, I'm doing the courtesan.
Okay.
All players flip their patriarch or matriarch cards
To the other side.
Now you do
to
it.
the other side.
Okay, I'm going to patriarch then. I'm doing that. I'll just do that one. It's the debt collector. For each of your fulfilled orders, increase gold +1 and pepper +1.
Okay.
I will be animal breeding again for 1 mule. I will be setting my gold to 7.
Spice merchant. Fulfill an order. This one cost me that. 1, 2, 1, 1.
I'm doing the gypsy, so I'm getting him to the back.
Oh, sorry.
Gypsy to the back.
Well, I'll do the baker. And I will spend a pepper to go to 6, which is what Rusty has.
I will use the tailor to spend a pepper and draw 5 from the standard deck.
This is your last turn. There might be victory points in there.
I think there might be victory points in here because this is only 2 from the deck. This is 5 from the deck.
Right.
So there are victory points in here.
Cool.
Not many, but... So this is the baker. And that will go to the front because of the tailor.
All right. I'm going to hawk it up. And spend... I don't have 3 gold, so I'll spend... 1, clove, a pepper, a cinnamon. I have 3 donkeys for that small order.
Cool.
Okay. Guild Lord, so I draw 2 orders and try to fulfill
Yep.
one.
Here we go. Small order. You can do that if you need to.
Yeah.
Large order.
Yay.
Do you have 6 of these?
Yes.
Do you have 4 of these?
Yes.
Do you have 3 of these?
Yes.
Take 6 points. All
Cool.
right, what did you end up with?
I don't know.
9, 10, 11, 20, 22, 23, 24. 24?
Okay.
I got 3, 6, 19. What do you got, Rusty?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 11 is 20.
And I had 26.
Cool. That was close,
So
Nick.
26, 24, 20, 19. Okay.
What do you think, Nick?
I enjoyed it. It is an engine builder, but I did an okay job, I think.
Yeah.
I was seeing the wheels kind of meshing. Maybe it was just the luck of the draw, that sort of thing going on. What I really liked was how fast some of the turns could go. That, like, you've got your 3 choices. It's someone else's turn. They're doing their thing, and you have 3 choices. So, and pretty much a lot of them will just turn into, I'm drawing 2 cards, or I'm passing, or I'm just increasing, and it goes, I thought, pretty quickly, considering there's a lot of cards to read, because a lot of games where there's a lot of cards to read.
But the good thing is you
it's
know them,
slow.
having seen them.
Right.
They go through so quickly, especially early on. You know your cards really well.
Right.
Like
Right.
you're like, okay, I know what this one does. There's no worrying about it at all, other than if you're trying to see what's going on around the board potentially. But you can't worry about the orders. They just, what's there is what's there.
And
Although
the
you
choice.
did, we were plotting some of that for us. You were like telling me once that nobody can take that card, which was a good deal.
Right. Well, this special card thing for you is really unfortunate. That was...
Yeah, I don't even know what they look like. I never saw any other one.
Well, Cinnamon, obviously, fulfill an order. Blacksmith, increase stuff, fulfill an order. Boatman is pretty good. Pepper up 5 or spend 4 to put something at 9.
Well, I only got a chance to get in there once, and I got 2 cupbearers, so...
And, I mean, Nikki had the coolest sort of manipulation of the stuff, right? I mean, again, you could have used your imposter to literally get rid of this,
Yeah.
and you could have just always had that available at any given time.
But, yeah.
What you really
I
want,
wouldn't want that.
What you want is a thing that looks like this, right? If you could have manipulated that
Sure.
way, so that you can get your mules back up if you need them, and then always have a fulfill an order, or just get it to look like this,
Yeah.
so that you could always fulfill an order.
Well, it was good at least. I did get that one Spice Merchant, and he let me do these 2 cards here. Right?
Right.
There's 9 points. It's the bulk of my points, really.
Right.
And that I had early, right? It was one of the, I think it was like one of the earliest patron cards that
Well, there's
Patriarch cards.
definitely luck in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just
Right.
a bunch of cards, right?
My game was luck.
Right.
My game was that farmer if it worked or didn't work. And it wasn't intentional, but it just worked out that I was never able to get this up, but I was able to get my gold up to crazy things. So the weed fields are the only things I could buy.
Right. What was it that pushed your gold up so high?
The
Probably the Cooper.
these two, the planter and the every time I did this, the gold went up one. No, for each of your patriarchs, gold up one and a thing up one. So
That's right. Yeah, you had 4
the maid
patriarchs.
kept I only used it. The first time I used it, I only had 2.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what bumped my gold up.
Well, the Cooper can. Oh no, it only goes. It
Yeah,
moves
it moves it to 4.
I keep wanting it to be increased by 4, not
Right.
just move to
Right.
the 4.
But if you're at 4 and you get to bump up 5, you're at the top, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably what happened there one time.
So what do you think, Rusty?
I liked it. I liked the uncertainty where you're not sure what cards you're going to get to build into that caravan. There was a bit of a risk by taking that rather than going through like the matriarch. So you had the flipping back and forth with the patriarch and the matriarch. The matriarch was basically a punt to allow you to get to other things until it came back around. But you had to plan on eventually growing that column if you're going to continue using that column. And I like that you couldn't just speed through a column easily unless you started working with other cards that allowed you to pare that down. And that had to be a focus then. You'd have to focus away from building from the center, getting the orders from the center to pare down your effectiveness.
Right.
And so it was a balance. And I liked that.
Right. Obviously, if you have a column this long, then you're never going to get to a card again.
You don't become as effective, but
Right.
you are starting to build up potentially more victory points, but it's a slower build rather than being able to go after orders and getting these pared down to build up larger
Well, your game
orders.
started really strong.
Yeah.
So it kind of slowed down at the end. Maybe it was just because of this deck. Because I think you were like over 10 pretty quickly. And some of that was like the big cards, but you were moving pretty quickly. I thought for sure it might be you that would get there first.
I thought this was,
The combination.
it was
good.
crazy powerful.
Nikki had a nice
Well, she was
combination
close.
there.
Yeah, totally.
I
I
think
mean, and then drawing a 6 on the last.
That was so
yeah,
lucky, but that's what
actually
I was
pushed her,
hoping.
yeah.
Right, that's what you set yourself up for with the Guild Lord, right?
you were mentioning the speed. I think that speed came from the early special card for the Cinnamon Man to be able to fulfill the order. But then as you see that column built up as I went through trying to get that order, I have no other cards that allow me to get orders. So
Right.
this became that drag.
I know. I almost should have gone and hoped that I could get, since we saw more Cinnamon Man cards in there, I should have tried to just do that and get rid of the Warrior, because it's 3 points that kind of like shackled me, right? Ultimately, it wasn't really, 3 points is not a lot at the early part of the game.
Right.
You know?
There were 7 spice merchants in the discard pile, so
Yeah, it's -1s I think that people were bothered by, right? Because I saw those get dumped a lot, and I thought about picking them up. I'm like, well,
Right,
maybe,
but
but
it's
I was
still-
so struggling, I didn't want to take any more minuses.
right. I'm saying to Rusty, it's still fulfill an order.
I agree.
Right. It gets you to that.
But it was the same
So,
mentality.
but
as
he
we
also,
was
but he
mentioning.
had, like, I think Rusty drew that card several times, and the other card was great.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, what do? Do you take that amazing card, or do you go for the one that just gives you, in the hopes that you're going to find something else? We don't know the deck, right? So
Right.
we don't know what's in here. We don't know what's in here, truthfully. So
Right.
we're just guessing
Well,
at
you
what we might get, right?
I'm saying when he matriarch maybe a couple of times. The expansion cards that we did not play with,
Why do they recommend you don't play them? Just a little bit of chaos?
they're kind of, well, here, I'll read you the first one. Messenger. Search the special cards, including any discards, I guess, from the ones. Choose one and place it at the back of this caravan. Then place this messenger at the back of any caravans and players own you on the left. So you get a card, but then you...
They get a point, but they're choked up with it.
Correct.
But
Beggar.
they can't do anything with it but that, but just pass on that one?
All other players must lower their gold by 2. If at least one other player now has 0 gold, set your gold to 6.
Oh
Wow.
my.
Yeah. Caravan leader. Hey, all other players increase mules by 1. Then any player with at least 5 mules must reduce their mules by 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are.
Well, but there's probably some tactical stuff to that, but it seems more chaotic for sure.
Herder. All other opponents must move the front card of each of their caravans to the back of another one of their caravans.
Oh wow! So
another-
you're,
so
you're
you're-
basically
you're,
shifting.
you're jiggering the deck. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you played with those?
No. Gatekeeper. All other opponents increase their gold by 3, or all other opponents set their gold to 2. And you can't pass on that one. So if you want to keep it for the 3 victory points, you have to give away 3 gold to everybody else. Conjurous, -2. Place this card at the back of any caravan owned by the player on your left, then take another turn.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can see why I would never want to play with these. But it's called like the cut and thrust expansion, and it's clearly something. There's no way you would ever play your first game with these. That's
Right.
why the rules say we don't recommend you start with these cards. And you know, if you like that kind of nasty take that game, they definitely have that thing to it. But
Yes, they do.
eesh.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're just shuffled in. It's not like
Yeah.
they're special cards by any means. They're just part of the game.
Okay. Do you take out anything from this?
I don't think
to
so.
do-
I think you just add them.
Okay.
I wish I'd gotten that one earlier, just to like look at the special cards. I had no other opportunity but that card, but I should have done it. The 3 was too alluring, right? I mean, I had like nothing, so I went from a 1-point card to a 3-point card, and
What,
I'm like, let me hold on to
what
it.
card are you talking about?
This warrior card versus
Yeah.
the gray eminence, right? The gray
Oh,
eminence
okay.
would have I didn't get it till near the end, so it didn't make any difference. But it would have been cool to have had it as an option, right? Because it's 1 point for potentially something more powerful than a card that sits in your deck and doesn't really do much unless you use it. You know, you sacrifice a lot. Considering I already sacrificed the 1 point to gain 3 points, it was kind of that,
Yeah.
you know.
The one knock that I've heard some people say about this game is simply the trying to look across to see what someone can do and not can do. Like, we never really...
That I can't really, it's hard to, I can't see that.
Right. We never really had an instance where you had to see, can someone beat me to that order? Right?
What's interesting about this game, though, is it took a long time to get done in English. Like, this is an interesting deck builder. You see everything,
Yeah.
right? You don't have as much opportunity to shed, but you know what's going on, and you can theoretically make good choices to, like, affect a certain pile. Like, this one ended up being more than I wanted to in here, but that was because I had it was these dudes and a patriarch or a matriarch, right? So it was like the market women or that. And so I'm like, well, here she is again. Let's look at either 2 cards or go from the discard pile, right? So you're going to build that one up regardless. This one ended up not being as dynamic as I'd hoped. Like, I didn't want to always do these. Like, this is great, but moving something to 4 is not always wonderful.
Right.
It's nice if you have something at 4, or wait, something was at 4. It was one of those 3 things, and I'm like, oh, that's at 4.
Right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, to set that from 4 to 4, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's legal.
Okay, cool. Well, at least I didn't cheat there. But it is kind of a drag, right? Because most of the time I was higher up. Like, I'm certainly not going to affect my gold if I'm higher than 4.
Right.
If I need it. Ultimately, I didn't really need it. There wasn't that many orders. I mean, these type of things were not beneficial to me. There was the one card, I think, that maybe you did it, that was 6 gold or something. You know, it was expensive.
Yeah, and I was looking at it, but it was I thought it was an acquisition, and you'd acquired 6 gold. One of them, you got 6 gold for it.
5 gold, just for that special order.
Yeah, but it's 2. It's a wheat field as well?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 2 victory points, right?
There was the special order
Yeah.
over there that Nikki has that gave her 6 gold.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But you lost a lot of mules for
3.
that, right? Yeah, that's
3
that's,
mules. But
that's a
had,
tough economy there on the mules.
Right.
I had a way to get mules all the time, so I was okay.
It's I mean, like all these games, it's synergy. The Cooper is fantastic if you can get it in such a way where you've spent everything before you get to it.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know?
Yeah, you got to have the fulfill orders to do that. You know what I mean?
I mean, all of us. None of us really maxed that Cooper out.
Oh, you optimized usage
none
of it? Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
And I definitely saw a game where, like, ideally what you want to do is spend a lot of stuff before you then get cards that set things to things instead of
Yeah.
increase things to things. But it's just hard to get that set up. It's hard to get the synergy. I saw people playing this, though. The game can move, you were talking about earlier, really quickly if people have played it before, not because of knowledge, but because people care less. Like, for example, the first turn of the game for everyone is always patriarch, 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 patriarch. Right? And since the discards don't really matter, you can almost do the first turn simultaneously. The first player can just draw 2, and while they're trying to figure out what they want, the next person can just patriarch and draw 2 and figure what they want.
Yeah, because there's no top of the stack type of a situation.
There's almost nothing you're choosing that's based on what someone else has put down in front of them. So in that regard, you know, it is one of those games with fairly limited player interaction. The interaction being mostly, can someone beat me to something? You know, can someone snake out something out from under me, or you know, not out from under me? But
well, it's funny. The matriarch is neat, but it might be better as you get to the end of the deck, right? As potentially more cards are coming in that are worth it. But I like that you see all this stuff, right? You know where everything's at in your deck. There is no shuffling. There's no. You see everything, and you just have to manage that deck and like focus at one deck to try to move things along in that one if you're fortunate. To get what you need. This was the downer, though, is getting this Spice Merchant in this deck. If I had been able to, and I had hoped to get a card at one point to push it over to this side, potentially, where I would be doing, like, fulfilling orders in one pile would be pretty great, you know?
Right.
And plus getting a 4th card. I mean, that was one of your first cards that you had that allowed you to do that.
I didn't use it for the longest time.
I know, but you did it.
And the only reason I did it was, because I almost never would have done it, but the only reason I did it was I realized, oh, wait, that works with this maid for the each patriarch thing. I literally did it for the income boost.
Nice.
It wasn't because I really utilized. To be honest with you, I didn't even really utilize that 4th column that well.
Right,
until near the very end.
Yeah, because you did get the order in there, the Spice Merchant. Because you took that -1 like after your.
It was 2 Spice Merchants, but it did allow me to sort of fulfill another order. But I could see, much like Rusty's Servant, I could see never doing that and getting a 4th column necessarily. It just depends. Although, again, it is, at least it's options.
Right, and it means that you could potentially, your stacks are not gigantic. You only have 5 cards max in a pile. We all have much, much more. I mean, Rusty's got a giant one, Nikki's got a giant one, and mine is 1, 2, 3, 6, and 5, right?
Right.
5, 4, 6. Interesting. Yeah, it's very good. And it definitely is, it should have come to English a long time ago. I'm really shocked that one of the U.S. publishers didn't pick it up beforehand. It was...
How long ago?
This was, I think, from 2011.
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow.
I mean, it's an older game, maybe 2012, and people were really excited about it and anxious for it to come, and it took Rail Games to finally pick it up and actually put it out, which is crazy because it is pretty neat, and it's different. It's a very different than any other engine builder and it wasn't too long after the main engine builder, the deck builder from Dominion came out, right? It wasn't that many years later that it happened. And it's a really interesting take on this kind of game, for sure. And why hasn't another game done something like this?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's pretty neat.
No, this sort of caravan thing, when I first saw it, I went, ooh, that looks cool.
Right.
And you know me, I tend to like games that are sort of more puzzly than anything else. I mean, a lot of this game, again, I can see where someone's like, not a lot of player interaction, and, you know, I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
The one thing I thought about with the 4th row is immediately my head went to Bonanza, and I'm like, is that 4th row?
Third bean field.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? I don't know.
Well, you know what was nice? What is nice about that is it starts just like this.
Yeah.
So when I use the Patriarch to get a card, now it's just a 2-card row, and it can stay that.
Right.
If I can get a lucky 2-card draw. What's interesting is you play Patriarch and then you have to play Patriarch again.
Right.
So actually it becomes a 3, well, it doesn't have to become a 3-card row. I could flip it over, but you know, it eventually
it's going to grow, yeah, if you use it.
That's true.
Right.
You always have to grow, but here's the difference. A Matriarch takes a card permanently in your stack because you cannot take a card with a parting action.
Right.
A Patriarch potentially gets you a card with well, not in this case, but with a parting action. So you can always Patriarch a card that you can just use to get rid of.
Well, Rusty's 5-card thingy was just awesome because it was throwing stuff into the discard pile.
Well, and it goes in the front, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That's the Tailor?
That's the Tailor.
Yeah, that's neat.
On the other hand, that's what got the second farmer in the game for me. Right? And if there's
Was the Patriarch that 4th deck?
once a farmer goes in here, and I have a couple of these,
Right.
I'm encouraged to use the Matriarch. And again, this is maybe a slight knock of the game. You guys aren't necessarily encouraged to stop me from doing that.
Well, we can't. If it's too late in the game, it doesn't make any difference. right? Like I think I was the one that drew that card, and it was.
Well,
it
it's
was
worth
really
0
near the end of the
points
game.
to you
Exactly.
until you do something.
And you had already had a bunch of farms, so I was like, well, wheat fields. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get that.
On the flip side,
maybe there were more. I don't know.
on the
Maybe
flip
we see
side,
some here.
at the very least, it's a gamble, right? On the flip side, maybe you turn stuff over.
Yeah, but you're not. You only get something if it's a wheat field, so it doesn't do anything, and it doesn't change this any, right? So ultimately, it's not really. And maybe you get. It's only wheat field. It doesn't matter if something comes up that you could fulfill.
What I'm saying though is it's like a 50% fill and order card. In other words, if you don't have a lot of fill and order cards, this is still kind of one of them. At the very least, it's just a punt that loses you a gold.
Right.
But if you turn over 2 and well, this is not a wheat field, but this is. If you turn over 2 and you get that, you've just gotten 3 points, right? You've gotten 2 for this and 1 for your farm.
And no cost, right? No gold.
Correct, for free.
Yeah.
Well, 1 gold. Correct.
Right.
So at the very least, it's gamble a gold to maybe get something.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe if someone gets a farmer, maybe someone else needs to. I don't really know.
Right.
Again, it wasn't intentional. It was really because I couldn't get the mules up, but...
Mules.
Cool.
Mules.
Look at his little belly. Burr, burr, burr. Okay.
Well, thanks for teaching us, Dave.
You are welcome, Lincoln, and thank you for watching. And please consider subscribing and clicking the bell for notifications.
That is correct.
Whatever you kids with the YouTubes do these days.